today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Russell Wilson and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Justin Herbert and the San Francisco 49ers.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2020 in his second season, former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 4 catches, 113 yards, and a score.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Herbert throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. Dumps it off to Fournette. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Back to the air, Herbert on second, and he'll go down. Brought down to the 20-yard line. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. In for the sack. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
First carry for James Conner, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing again here, Wilson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Eagles! Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Counter on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to have a Niners first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. from the gun. Herbert on third down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a fourth down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Wilson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Wilson will throw again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down straight ahead. Skirts by him at the 35. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Flush to his right. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert on the move to his left. It's caught. Beckham. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To the air again, Herbert. It'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now Herbert following the turnover, forced out to his left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Justin Herbert as the first half is winding down. And And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We begin up at Lucas Oil Stadium, L.A. with their second straight road game to start the year, taking on Indy in their second straight home game. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. In that game, all tied with the visiting Patriots. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Cole. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Keelan Cole, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the 41, Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flushed out right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here for Callaway. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. The throw taken in by Cole. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. To credit that sack to Robert Quinn. A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Right back to Pitts again. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
A 40-yard punt, no return. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. A pass underneath for Fournette. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fournette, a 1st down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Over the middle to Beckham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Eluding the touchdown, 49ers. Zach Ertz. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 7 yards the pickup there. 2nd down and 3.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Complete to Cole. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Here's Wilson. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 6 yards left on second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And that is caught. Touchdown. And an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late fourth quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. A little over 20 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Now Herbert rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert. It's caught by OBJ. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Throwing, Herbert. Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. So the victory here for San Francisco. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Caron said, leave your watches on East Coast time.